Hello, everybody, again. Welcome to today's presentation on helpful tools. This was another one that I had a number of requests for, so I thought I'd start here. Just day-to-day tools that help run a business and make yourself a little more productive, or at least ones that I have found. Getting started, I broke it down into three categories: email and document management, project management, and branding. These are the kind of the big ones that I see a lot of people, I guess, struggle with and try and keep themselves going on. It becomes more and more work if you do it incorrectly, and it starts to struggle and really gets frustrating. So, as far as email went, email and document management, the two biggest tools I think I found is converting myself into the Google Workspace environment. Outlook works just the same. I found a benefit to Google because I like Google products and I know them well and I work with them well, so I went that route. But between the two, they're very similar. There's a couple of differences, but whatever works for you, pick that. Email is a big one. You can have your name at yourdomain.com without having your own server. So all the server is done by Google, which is all cloud-based, which is really nice. You have access to their calendar products, which is, again, hooked up to your domain address. So your name at yourdomain.com is what people are sending their calendar invites to. Your contacts are all added into your workspace environment, so they're not mixing with your personal contacts and things like that. You get a drive space, like a cloud storage. I think it's 30 gigs or something to start, which is plenty for most people. There's chat options like Microsoft Teams and Google Chat. If you have multiple employees and you want a chat space, it's a great one. You can do private chats, you can have rooms, you can do all kinds of stuff. The big difference for me was the documentation, or documents, or document control, I guess. So Google Drive has Google Docs, Sheets, Slides, things like that, all built into one tool. Whereas Outlook has storage for that kind of stuff, but it's not necessarily all built into the tool. So it's a nice, I guess, upgrade. Both of them are very similar. They're like $6 a month per user. If you've got multiple users, it can add up quickly, but everything is controlled by you, the owner of the domain. So if you have to let somebody go or whatever it is, you have control over their documentation. Really quite handy. Project management tools, there's plenty of these. The big three that I've used are Trello. Trello is a nice free one to get started. It's got workboards. You can drag tasks around into like doing, done, assigned, things like that. You can assign them to people. Really nice, easy tool. Asana is a little more complicated, a little more complex, but has a lot more options and integrates into things like Harvest for time tracking or billing or things like that. Again, another great option. Jira is probably about the same as Asana. These are more like big project management tools. So if you've got like 10 people working on a project, probably going to want something a little bigger than Trello. But again, look at kind of the options, what works for you. Taskboard is another one that integrates into Google. If you've only got a couple of people, I think it's like $5 or $6 a month, but it works really well too. I can't say that enough. Branding. Putting your brand in front of your clients or potential clients is so important. Whether it's from social media posts, business cards, email signatures, email domains, your website, like point everything you can back to you. This is where I get really frustrated with brands that have like your brand at gmail.com, because you're not pointing it back to you. It's just not that professional look that you're going to want. And I know myself, I don't consider somebody professional if they can't find their own email domain. It really bothers me, and I don't know why, but it does. I'm very picky that way, and it's just a frustrating experience. No matter what it is, there's always a way that makes you look a little more professional. Another thing to look for is contractors. Contractors will really help you out in things that you don't have the time for, the knowledge for, the skill for, whatever it is. You don't necessarily have to hire somebody full time to do something. Whether it's like a service-based app like Fiverr, Upwork, or whatever you want to deal with, that's fine. Or a contract-based like freelancer. Having somebody that knows your brand and can help you complete the tasks that you either don't have the knowledge to do or whatever it is probably one of the best options you can do as far as having a tool available. Like setting up social media posts. You can have all the posts designed, like using images or your logo or whatever by designer. You're probably talking a couple $100 for like a few months worth of posts, just for the images and things like that, and it keeps your brand on point. Or you can have a recurring contract where you have maybe 10 hours of work a month as a retainer. So they're always there. They're always the same person. They know your client, like you're their client, so they know you understand and you've worked with them before instead of hiring new people all the time. That's another way that I've done things before. So there's definitely options as far as that, but don't necessarily think that you have to spend 6 or 7 hours trying to do something that'll take a trained person 45 minutes to do. It's probably not worth the time and money. So keep that in mind. As far as questions go, again, there's my contact information. More than happy to answer any questions. Reach out, leave comments. I'm always looking for more things to talk about, so let me know. Anyway, hope you guys have a great day.